Hello everyone, this is going to be my video review of Requisite's Threnody. Now, the word I would use to describe this EP is symphonic. Now, first and foremost, I want to point out that I think these guys are very underrated as a group. I believe I went to see how many views or just to listen to it on YouTube, and what I noticed was that I was only the 300th person that had heard that particular song, and I was only the 10th person to like it. That said, I do feel like this is really one of those quite strong niche interests that people might have. The reason I think that this is such a niche interest for people is because they like to blend so many different styles of different things in their music. So take, for example, the vocals. Now, this will range anywhere from clean vocals to opera vocals to death metal vocals, and it's it's really diverse, quite diverse in what they're doing. But I have to say that it does come across as a little like, what's going on here? So what I mean to say is that it is quite a niche interest. That's kind of been the theme here, and I don't really think there's a huge market for this kind of music. Now, if you look at the actual instrumentation of the songs, you sort of get that same impression, like the way the music goes is like kind of symphonic, but it's kind of metal as well. For me personally, I don't know how to take it really. It's kind of like, well, okay, so we have this thing and it's playing and it's really doing a lot of different stuff, and I really think that's the artist's weak point, I think, is because they don't seem to nail down exactly what it is that they're going after. That being said, there may be already other bands that are like this that people love, and people are into them, and that's totally fine. But yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a huge market for this type of music. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that it's harder to get signed. It's harder to get your music out there. It's really hard to make a profit making this kind of music, I think. If I might talk about a silver lining, though, of this type of music, it would be that a lot of times when you have something that is like so niche, a lot of times what happens is the more niche something is, the more that people that like that niche are ardent observers of that niche, and also they come to want more and more of that type of thing. So if you can get a certain grouping of people that are going to buy your stuff no matter what, I think eventually, you might be able to get some money out of the deal. But it's going to be hard to be professional musicians playing this kind of music, I think. Well, conversely to this, what we can say is that a lot of the times pop music is the most popular kind of music. And honestly, if you think about it from that angle, it doesn't paint this music so badly, and because a lot of people don't really like pop music because they think that it's too popular. Well, that might be one reason. The other reason might be it's not technically advanced, and so they might not like it for that reason. And then they also might not like it because they have other things that they think are popular that they like. Though there is a niche interest in this, and the musicianship is good, and the vocalists do have mastery over their voice, and they are able to sing well, I would say the critique here is that they're trying to sort of jam a lot of things in there at the same time, and it doesn't, unless you're into this sort of thing, or unless you have an ear for it, it's kind of hard to appreciate. So wrapping up this review, I would say they're talented musicians, a little bit of a niche sort of interest, not exactly my cup of tea. I'm not going to go to this first if I'm going to listen to something. It is something that I might listen to on occasion, or if somebody suggests that I listen to something like this, I will give it a fair listen. But generally, not my first thing that I go to. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, and that's a general interest in this sort of thing, which is well, a 5 is like, you know, average, so it's better than average, but it's not the first thing that I would go to. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye.